So this is a best of 5 this time, now that we are officially in the semifinal. Quick congratulations to everybody who's made it to the semifinal, which is msrm, Refresh, HYY, and Wallace. All of them get at least $30. The prize pool was $200, and all the semifinalists get at least 15% of that. The further you get, the more you get, but all the semifinalists get at least some money. So congratulations to everybody who's made it there. In the bottom left here, we've got msrm as the Infernal, one of the best Infernals in the game. Arguably the best at the moment, because he has made it the furthest in the tournament. Senegalo won the last tournament, the RL Circuit tournament. So at that point, he was the #1 Infernal. But at this very moment, it is going to be msrm. Now this is interesting. Building the vault here, letting the effigy expire, and then using this as... Oh no, I thought we were using the new map. You're not supposed to be able to build this here. Oh man. So this map was modified. The terrain was moved. You're not supposed to be able to build this here, damn it. Ah, guys, why didn't we use the new map? So now we get this bullshit. But at least both players are taking advantage of it, so it's a bit of a wash. But you're not supposed to be able to build it there. You're supposed to be limited to building your thing here. I also believe, if that's the case, this... Ah, man, I think it's a bit of a mess. Whatever. I'm just going to move on. But we do see the vault open at first, which is smart. Because that way, if the turret rush was to come, you do defend against it. So, I like seeing the give or take fast expand from both players. I do think Refresh did a official fast expand and then barracks. Whereas MSRM went vault, then expand. So slight economic advantage for Refresh. Something to keep in mind, you do see that this is 21 supply versus 17. But one of the reasons is that as soon as you start your unit as Vanguard, it counts as part of your supply. But with Infernal, you don't count your supply until the unit pops out from the charge. So in theory, Infernal is often a little behind on supply, but that's only because they haven't popped their charges. So it's a bit misleading. That's why if Infernal has more supply than you, it's probably a bad thing. Unless they've just been spamming their charges. But, see, and right there, MSRM has caught up on charges. Or caught up on it by spending his charges. See how the supply just catches right up? We see a fast third base all off of one production. Now we're seeing a Hellforge. Now we're seeing a Conclave. So it was one vault, expand, Hellforge for charge and whatnot into Conclave. Now, these slippery Lancers have indeed slipped their way in. Will they get any of these Imps? They do, because the Imps weren't able to turn into... 2 Imps go down. Damn, that is going to help Refresh a lot. Well done by him. I do think MSRM wanted to turn those into Tribute Pirates, but was slightly too slow to do it. And that is a big deal. You know, that was a very clean, no units lost, 2 Fiend kill. We do, or Imp kill, excuse me. We do see the fast third base now from Refresh as well. So Refresh had the second base faster, had the third base at about the same time, and killed some workers. So this is definitely a great situation for Refresh. Now, oh, okay, Lancer does go down. That's going to help MSRM a lot, and there was no way that Refresh was going to win this Stormgate anyway. So a bit of a blunder to lose that Lancer for nothing, but good on MSRM to get himself back into a reasonable position on this game. So well done by him. Both players, you know, trading some blows, and nothing makes me happier than seeing a bit of a swing in power in a game like this, because that just keeps things interesting. You know, if one player just snowballs the whole game, kind of a resident sleeper situation, but when you see this, much better. Now, I have a feeling that this is being saved. This Soul Forge is going to be saved for either a Hellborn or Hexen. Hexen are only 3 supply, so you get 2 Hexen if you copy them, I believe. Unless I'm messing up the numbers. Let's see. Does he use it on the Hexen for 2 more Hexen? There it is, just like I said. So there you go. You've got your 2 Hexen from that. That is a really good use of it. It saves you a lot of resources, and 3 Hexen go a long way. We do see that it's going to be the Gaunt upgrade first for Curse, but we will probably see God, I hate the scroll bug so much. But we are going to see the... Okay, saves that imp. Very, very good. But we are going to see... Oh, charge is finished. That Lancer dies. He cancels the Tribute Pyre and gets his base going. Well done by MSRM. Again, like I said, a very back and forth game. I do think we're going to see Hexen upgrades soon, though, is what I was trying to say. Do we have Tier 2 yet? It is on the way. Tier 2 is about halfway. I wish we could see that in the production. It would be really nice if we could find a way to show that. Here we go. Hexen mines on the way. It's like I know what I'm talking about. We've got Exos pushing across the map, and we don't have any mines or any phantom traps on the board yet. I do think this base is going to be hard to defend, but my god, that is a lot of brutes that are going to charge on top of these Exos. These Exos will kite back and start picking off brutes, but this is where things are going to get dicey. So Refresh is going for this, while MSRM feeling so good about this that he's going for a surround. I love this choice by MSRM. Beautiful play here. I wish he would have used maybe a few more brutes on this side, but really nicely done. Boy, I wish he had more brutes here. He uses the Hellspawn Resurgence. What the heck? That thing, did it turn into a Fiend right away? Did that instantly die to all those Exos? Is that because it didn't have any health left? That is something we should look into. That brute instantly died, and it may have been because it didn't have any health yet, because it was technically still warping in. I have never seen that before. That was crazy. I don't know if you guys saw that, but that brute insta-popped. That's a feels bad moment, but MSRM doing a fantastic job pushing Refresh back across the map. Now he's feeling good about this. Miasma's only halfway done. I do think that's Nano Swarm upgrade we're seeing there, but that's a lot of Exos and good SimCity. And look at this tower buried back here. You're not getting a surround on this tower. What a Refresh is just a master class in SimCity. Look at that. This is just beautiful SimCity. There go the Phantom Traps doing little to nothing here. We do see this looking for more Phantom Traps. I was going to expect there to be a dog instead, but no. We see Seismic Slam on the way, by the way, you guys. An MSRM special. This has to be an accident. But he's looking for Phantom Traps? I think he's just using it to make sure there's no Phantom Traps around. But that's a lot of energy to spend on, what are these things called? Sensor drones.
Enemy forces have
We see that fourth base, fifth base on the way by Refresh. We do see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by fifth base by MSRM. We see 5 bases here from Refresh as well. Refresh staying significantly ahead on supply, but I do like the tech that we were seeing from MSRM. Now we're seeing the Void Prowlers that are probably going to go over here. Yep, there they go. And they're going to jump over this wall while Refresh attacks on the other side. I'm looking here. We do see a couple Phantom Traps having been placed. But now that Miasma is done, we see that MSRM is starting to say, nope, I need to save some energy here for my Miasma. So he's saving the energy on these Hexen, even though some of them are full energy and you could probably place a couple of Phantom Traps. I'm kind of the same way, where I save my energy for Miasma at this point. So let's see. Significant supply advantage still for Refresh. Don't forget what I said. You can pop a bunch of units at once with Inferno, especially now that Hellspawn Resurgence is available, because we are well beyond Tier 2. In fact, we are in Tier 3 situation, because we are seeing the Shroud upgrade and we're seeing the Brute Tier 3 upgrade. So here we go. Now, Refresh is going to have to start stutter stepping back. He does have System Shock. I saw that finish him up. Here we got the Hellborn here. Hellborn Hexen is a fantastic combination. Dropping some more units with this and also using it for Shroud on the Harbinger, which we know has the Seismic Slam, which not only stunned units. I missed this over here. The Shroud, the Void Prowler doing pretty much nothing. This is just a masterclass in defense from Refresh so far. But what I was trying to say is Seismic Slam also increases the amount of Shroud that the Harbinger provides when it drops. So having that one of those with your army is just fantastic. Don't blow all your energy on Shroud, you guys, when you can use a Harbinger. Here's the System Shock kiting back. We are seeing the Hexen pushing forward. No Miasmas yet. Where are the Miasmas? Show me the money. That's a whole shitload of extra units showing up for Refresh. We also have a Sentinel, which actually stops the Harbinger, which was empty. It was just there for Shroud, so not the best use of the Sentinel. MSRM having a nice concave here of units. We do see a couple Vulcans. We see the Atlas, but I don't see an evac. So this Atlas, I think, is going to die. Here's the evac. Never mind. It's there just in time. We see the survival protocol, I believe it's called, for the Exo and the tier 3 upgrade. Not done yet. Meanwhile, Hellborn is going to have its, gosh, what's the upgrade called? It doesn't tell me. I can't hover over. But it's the tier 3 upgrade that gives them the AoE cone effect. Now will it tell me what the upgrade is? Still no. There it is. Hitting those units. You can see them being marked by it. Okay, this is a very well defensive setup here for refresh. I don't think MSRM is going to be able to break this, but we see Magmadons, we see Hellborn, we see Hexen. This is a very well balanced composition. Okay, I take it back. This is starting to look like MSRM is starting to push through. We have this evac that's just holding the Atlas in the air. The turret goes down. Oh man, MSRM is doing it, I think. He's been dragging on the board. This is looking better and better for MSRM. What a solid game so far from him, progressing his tech in just the most fluid fashion. He's got Harbinger upgrade. He's got all of his Brute upgrades. He's got his Gaunt upgrades. He's got his Hexen upgrades. He's even getting the Magmadon tier 3 speed upgrade. Excellent miasmas here. Zoning here. Just such a well-balanced comp. Doesn't have too many Hellboy. Doesn't have too many Hexen. Keeping the Hexen back here. This is a really nice spot, though, for these tanks, these Atlases. There's not much you can do about this. We do see the Dragon. I take it back. That is going to be able to kill this evac. And without the evac, there's nothing to save these tanks. Now, okay, he lifts him up. Oh, he loses the double evac, double Atlas. That should be GG. GG indeed. Holy shit, MSRM played this so well. Good game, well played by both players, but my god, I think MSRM just progressed his tech to tier 3 so well. Good game, well played, amazing. Okay, up 1-0 in this best of 5. We have MSRM in the top left on Stormwatch. In the bottom right, we have Refresh as the Vanguard. Now, MSRM taking the game off Refresh here is just fantastic, because I think last week that was not the case. So, seeing MSRM having adjusted from last week is always good to see. The higher tier a player is, the better of a job they do adjusting. And I think the main adjustment I'm seeing is a significant improvement in his build opener. Last week, MSRM was doing 2 or 3 shrine before even a single vault and just dying to tower rush, which, yeah, you're gonna die to towers. Even if you fast expand, you might die to a tower rush. So seeing the vault first into the shrine and then probably a quick 3rd shrine is the right call. I think that is just objectively the best opener in this matchup for Infernals right now. So a lot of Infernals complaining about this and that, and oh my god, why can't I fast expand? Well, you just gotta adapt to the meta, and MSRM has certainly done that. Now, I say adapt to the meta, I have a feeling we are about to see the very tower rush I was describing. Now we see a Brute here. Now this is a good idea, because he's keeping an eye on that potential. Now I don't see workers pulled yet, but I do believe we will. I think we're going to see 2 Lancers pop, and then workers pop, run across the map for a tower rush. But maybe it's just Lancer pressure, but when you see 2 barracks like this, I think you're going to want to do a little bit more damage than just... Okay, and the Brute sees it. The Brute sees these Lancers, so MSRM is 100% aware of at least the fact that it's a double barracks opener. Now, he doesn't see any workers, but maybe he says to himself, oh boy, this could be a worker rush, but no, these Lancers are chasing my Brute. I don't think it's going to be a tower push. So it's just going to be 4 Lancers. Where is the expansion from a Refresh? What is happening? What is this gas for? I know when you get to 12 supply or 12 workers on your Luminite that you want to keep building workers. You don't want to put them on the Luminite though. But I gotta ask myself, what is the gas for? What is this Therium going to be used for? Why is there no second base? Oh, wait a minute. I don't have to do the stupid thing. So if I... Oh! My god, I had a crappy substitute for that. This is way better. Very cool. Thank you, Novea Star. She's helping me out, giving me some tips. So very cool. I didn't know you could do this, dude. I'm such a noob. I'm so new to casting, you guys. Oh my god. Don't mind me. The biggest noob here is always going to be me. And you know what? I accept it. So we don't have charge yet because Hellforge isn't even done yet. But that is a lot of brutes, which is going to be able to push away these Lancers, I would assume. But I think msrm is just buying his time to get more brutes. Brutes are very good against Lancers if neither one of them has upgrades. Then if Lancers get kinetic redirect, they beat the Brutes. And then if Brutes get the Brute charge, then they win again. So it goes Brute advantage, Lancer advantage, Brute advantage. But I do not see kinetic redirect, so it's not very applicable. What are you saying, Novea? And if you double press this spot, you can turn it in. Oh, I can? Oh, look at this. I can change it to best of 5. I'm learning so much here. I'm learning so much. I didn't mean to have this showing. I should just turn that off. Sorry, guys. I have not streamed in so long. I'm turning off some of the chats here so we can see better. Very cool. Thank you, Novea Star. And the bigger thank you should be for her hosting this tournament. Now again, Novea Star contributed $50 for this week's prize pool. So did I. So did Synapse. And so did Nori. So thank you to all 4 of us. I'm going to thank myself a little. Why not? Who cares? Love yourself. If you don't love yourself, you don't love anybody. And so thank you to everybody who contributed $50 for the $200 prize pool. Very, very cool to see the love of the community. You know, we have a small community, guys, but we have a very wholesome community. And that's the most important thing. Now, that is just a crap ton of brutes, but I do think it's the right call. Brute charge is just about done. If brute charge finishes here, this army of refresh is going to get wiped. There we go. And it's on the shroud here. This is a disaster. He's got to run away, but luckily for him, he does have kinetic redirect, which is allowing some of these Lancers to survive. But this is definitely something that I think msrm can just chase down. The army here, but he's choosing not to. He's feeling good about his macro situation, as he should. He's got his 4th on the way. He does need to provide some shroud for this, so maybe we'll see a effigy here. He doesn't really need to. The thing's almost done. Meanwhile, we've got refresh on 3 base. Looking at the tech situation, we see 4 barracks. We saw kinetic redirect done. We see quick draw hustle on the way. I just think msrm he's found the answer. He's got the tech advantage right now. Let's see, where are the Gaunts? They do have Soul Brand Chakrams, so that's really good to see. So he's got the 1 Gaunt upgrade. He's got 1 Brute upgrade. He's working on his Phantom Trap upgrade, which is just about to be done. Show me the money. I just don't know why it won't show me the upgrade on this, but it does show me the upgrades here. Anyway, the Phantom Trap is done, so he will be starting his Miasma upgrade soon. Meanwhile, he's probably starting tier 3 also soon. We've got the Twilight Spire and we've got the Blood Tree. We will probably... Oh boy, this is a good move by Refresh. But at the same time... Oh, we see the Hellbone, we see the Gaunt. This should be an easy hold for msrm. Very well done. Meanwhile, he's got the surround here. With the msrm is playing so good. He's got the surround here. Again, pushing Refresh back. Just such an excellent decision-making process from him. Just nothing but good things to say about these decisions from msrm. And, you know, he's got a supply lead because those Lancers died, doing little to nothing. He wins the tier 2 Stormgate, He's got the tech. Miasma started late, but it is on the way. We've got the Vile Lurker. He even, during all that, micros the Vile Lurker to clear that path. What a great decision. MSRM playing so goddamn good this week. I'm so glad I got to cast these games because I wasn't planning on being able to, but now I do get to. And I'm so happy. Best part is I get the replay in my replay file, so I get to steal their build orders. You know, and you know, steal all their skills for myself. Just kidding. Skill is not build order. Build order is helpful, but just because you can copy a build order doesn't mean you can play like these guys. Now we don't have Miasma yet, which is going to make this tricky, but we do have a. I love seeing this Magmadon worked into this comp. 2 Magmadons, it is enough. MSRM goes up 2-0 in the best of 5. Holy crap. Well played, MSRM, yet again. Alright, here we go. Game 3. It's on Mystic Peak. MSRM up 2-0 in the best of 5. Look at me becoming a better streamer here by, or better caster by actually taking advantage of the observer tools. What happened? Why did that go away? Stay. Alright. So we've got 2-0 MSRM. He's probably going to do the exact same build opening. I think this is just the way. Senegalo also plays this way. And I think it's just such a solid way of doing things. Now, here's a trick for you Infernal players. Notice how MSRM is not using a second effigy. And you don't need to, because this building will provide the shroud that is, because of where he placed it, to be able to get your shrine. Save that energy on your shrines by doing this for Hellspawn Resurgence later. Infernal players, take notes. This is how you energy manage the best way possible. Seeing a fast expand from Refresh. That's going to be followed by a barracks here. He's probably going to pull 1 worker to build a barracks very soon. Once he gets to 150, there it is. Turns around and builds the barracks right away. Still has overcharge for 15 seconds. He pulls a second one. See, those are the little details I love. Uses a second servo when the command center finished, command post finished, to finish the barracks a little bit quicker. So this is more of a standard opener. I like it very much. We do have a Brute on the way. The Lancer isn't quite done yet, but I think it, with some worker micro, it'll be okay. This Brute shouldn't get any kills. The Lancer should be able to help negate that from happening. Refresh just has to do a little bit of worker micro here and repair. Not too difficult at all. Using 1 servo with the Lancer here. That's not fair. Don't 2v1. And we've got MSRM saying, okay, I did what I could. I got my scout. I know exactly what my opponent is doing. I'm out of here. Refresh rallying onto the Lancer. Probably going to rally some Lancers across. Now here, look at that energy, right? So he used another effigy here and another here. So he used 3 effigies instead of what would have had to have been 4 effigies. So very, very good play by MSRM. We're seeing a stream of single Lancer production coming across the map from Refresh. Double vault opener. Where's the Hellforge? There it is. I love this opener. This is my style when I play Infernal 2. I love it. I love it. Now seeing the Conclave. And when that's done, we will see the Ritual Chamber. This effigy does go down. Gets replaced immediately. But good job by Refresh, forcing a little bit more of that energy to be spent. Very, very well done. This is just a high-quality game all around. Oh, man. Refresh saying, I'm not feeling good against these, oops, sorry about that. Against, Infernal, against MSRM's Infernal. And I want to put a stop to this because he very much knows that this third base is here. And he's saying to himself, I'm going to turret rush. Now, I got to say, I don't think this turret rush is going to work. I'm just calling it now. I'm happy to be proven wrong. That is a lot of Lancers, though. But I just think there's enough Brutes. Is Tier 2 done yet? There is no Tier 2, so no Hellspawn Resurgence. Oh, my God. It's a Stormgate. This is just a Stormgate because you definitely want your units at home to defend against this. Now, does he go? Okay, MSRM focusing the towers. Ignoring the service, focusing the towers, which is definitely the right call. Using the imps as well to defend. I think MSRM is going to hold this no problem. And it's looking like a 3-0 sweep for MSRM happening. These servos going home is not ideal for Refresh because he pulled them across the map. They didn't do jack shit other than gut his own macro. He's going back across the map. MSRM with a stellar hold. He had the units. He had what he needed. These workers staying here, but why? What is the idea? I think I know the idea. Refresh has no choice. He has to all in off of this. But he's building a sentry turret out here, which means he's probably going to build another one there and another one there. But I don't see it being enough. We do see Exo starting to be produced. We see a super Lancer from the Empower Stone. I mean, better than nothing. 500 health and whatnot. But it's not what you want. I know it's not what Refresh was hoping for. I have a feeling he was hoping for a Soulforge clone, or probably even better, the Farron. It's not enough. Charge is done. This is just going to push Refresh back. There's a tower on the high ground, but it's not enough. The Lancers on the low ground, not enough. There's probably an Exo going to go in one of these towers as a flat cannon. Probably going to swap here. There we go, just like I said. Here we go. Exo in the tower, doing the AoE damage. I don't know. The trees here are making a bit of a choke. Curse is almost done for these Gaunts. The towers are going to start creeping forward, but I don't know. I think there's just a clock on Refresh's head. Tier 2 is finally starting for MSRM. I bet he would have loved to start that sooner, but he's got enough units and enough tech. See, there we go. We've got the Phantom spawning from these Lancers. This Lancer is a dead man walking. It is 100% going to die. Unless he put it in the tower. Does that mean no, it turned into a fiend even while in the tower. I didn't know it would work that way. So the Lancer still died and it turned into a fiend. It didn't wash the curse, which is good because that would have been bullshit. And so, oh man, we do have MSRM looking like he's going to hold no problem. The curse with the brute charge is probably enough, because even these short engages does mean that this empowered Lancer is going to go down. There's no way that thing's surviving, right? 5, 3, 2, 1. Empowered Lancer dead. The Vanguard hope on this series looks bad. I don't see this working. There's only 3 servos left. That means very little repair, and it's going to be nearly impossible to build another tower, because you did 3 of them built so slow, but they are promoted, which I think makes them build a little faster. Hellborn on the map. There's no way now that these towers are progressing, since Tier 2 did finish for MSRM. Meanwhile, he is building, he's getting his Hexen upgrades, and he's got his 4th base here, so he doesn't even necessarily need this to survive. Refresh somehow, some way had the resources to build a 3rd base. I'm just doing a quick worker check. I don't know. Refresh is somehow macroing while this is happening, but I think it's just a matter of time. These Hellborn are great because they are able to fire back on the high ground here, pushing the tower back even once more. These 3 servos continuing to repair, you know, hopium, copium for these 3 servos. I just don't see it happening though, you guys. Looking here, we've got the Exos wiping out the Stormgate. So Refresh getting both Stormgates, which is really cool, because that, you know, that does give some hope. Refresh staying ahead on supply. I do think though, once Miasma finishes, and Tier 3 is gonna be on the way soon. I don't know. I think this double Twilight was a mistake. I bet one of them he wanted to be a Blood Tree, but we have a Blood Tree on the way. I wonder what he could technically go Spriggan off of this, because he is saving up charges. So we could see that, because, you know, Refresh is in a great spot here. MSRM is in a great spot here where he could just feel good enough about his macro to be able to use Spriggans to harass at one base while defending at home. But at the same time, Exos are good versus Spriggan. So man, we might have a game that goes the distance here. I thought this game was going to be over already, but Refresh is still holding on. But every unit that Refresh loses at this point is a death sentence, because he is down on units. and he doesn't have medtechs yet. They are on the way. System Shock is on the way, but without medtech, Curse is just going to be able to hold these exos. I don't think we have kinetic redirect. We don't. We have quick draw hustle, and we've got System Shock about to finish for the medtech. I don't know why I don't get to see their upgrades here when I do get to see it for the Lancer, and it was kind of the same thing for the Hexen. I don't know why. But we've got the medtech now, so the army looking a lot stronger all of a sudden. We did have this Cosmic Drifter. I'm sorry, I must have missed it doing some stuff. It's got some units in it, but the Cosmic Drifter running low on health. This is an excellent multi-pronged play from Refresh, but the Cosmic Drifter, it did die. So now it's a single prong attack. Refresh able to get his units over here and do some damage, kill all those Tribute Pyres, but I think those Tribute Pyres, well, okay, msrm does need to build more Tribute Pyre because he is supply blocked right now. Refresh has 300 supply ability. That's why does he have that many farm? That's just too many. A rare macro mistake by Refresh. msrm saying, fine, you want to kill this base over here? Fine, I've got enough to hold you. While msrm is the two-pronged player now. This is looking like msrm is about to end the game here. He's got the ability for a surround here. At the same time, this is a very slow-moving pack of units. So msrm has to be careful he doesn't fight with just half his army. And be careful he is. And here we go. Now, this is a cool two-prong. I gotta zoom out. Okay, alright, here we go. System Shock. But I think msrm has the right units in the right spot. I don't see how, in what world, Refresh survives this. msrm has the tech, he's got miasma, he's got the right units, he's got a good army size, he's got brutes where he wants them. msrm looking like he's gonna wipe Refresh 3-0. If he can get some miasmas here on these workers, that'll help, because then the workers can't be used to defend. Hellborn going down on the left, brutes pushing through on the right, overcharge being used to defend it. I don't think it's enough. I don't see a tower. Meanwhile, Refresh is winning the fight on the left side as well. That is just too many Hellborn for this number of Exos to push through. We see msrm winning on both fronts. I see a GG coming very soon. msrm has cracked the code and has found the way to take out the Vanguard, which people keep telling me Vanguard is OP versus Infernal, but msrm has cracked the code. Really awkward situation for Refresh to have to split his army up this far. There's a Stormgate on the map. I think msrm is saying, you know what, I might just go for that. At the same time, I cannot believe that Refresh is still alive. Tier 3 has to be done, right? Greatest Riot not done. Starting now. I think both players slipping up on their macro a little bit. This is a very late Tier 3 from msrm. He usually has it well before the 11-minute mark. I think around 8, 9, 10, 11 minutes I've seen him get it. But yeah, anyway. We see the deep one. So we actually see a tier 3 Stormgate reward before we see a single tier 3 unit. That is a very unique situation. Here we go, brutes getting the surround they are looking for. Good enough at least. Good surface area to connect them though. System Shock being used to pull back. The Sentinel return to hangar will keep it alive almost certainly. So miasma's going down. The Sentinel survives with the repair on the return to hangar. So that's good, but it's going to be a while before that Sentinel can come back into play. It needs to fully heal before it can be released from the hangar. You don't get a choice on that. So it is sitting there healing slowly. Meanwhile, msrm just continuing with the onslaught. This deep one, there's just no answer, but we do see a Hurricane just about done. But we are going to see a Dragon relatively soon here, I would assume as well. Maybe even an Incarnate if msrm sees that it is that a Hurricane is on the map. There's the Hurricane bombing run. Decent hits, but one Hurricane is just not enough. And we do have multiple Twilight Spikes. I could see some Shadow Flyers being popped. I could see it over here. We've got the Magmadon is pushing the army back. The Hellspawn is pushing the army back. That is Refresh down to 2 bases, but Refresh should have enough to push this arm. No, there's another Miasma. It was enough. GG, well played. msrm going up 3-0 and winning this series. No way. I wasn't expecting that. Well played by msrm, making it to the finals.